What's going on, you magical unicorns? Colin here with Red Beans and Dice. Today we're going to be playing Mission 1 out of Zombicide Black Ops. That's the expansion for Zombicide Invaders. It's going to be called In Invaded Territory. It's going to be 60 minutes long. Usually it takes a little longer than that. They kind of lie to you on that. We're going to be playing with 6 survivors. 3 of them are going to be from the expansion. 3 are going to be from the core set. I'll show you that a little later. And then it's a medium difficulty mission. So we may have a couple hiccups getting through it, but I think for the most part we should be fine. Shazam! Alright, so here's our mission. There is no evidence of human activity in the facility we're flying over, yet the shuttle's sensors tell us about life below, and the foreign substance reported called mold can be seen everywhere. We are in invaded territory. We are now landing near a strange storage module in order to get some fuel, new weapons, recover data, and make our first encounter with the infected Xenos. Get your oxygen tanks and double check your suits, buddies. We don't want to catch the disease. Okay, so we have our tiles set up. We're using everything here. This is the setup. We have the tiles picked out, our objective markers, our sentry gun, our bot. For this mission, we're going to be going ahead and using the Crawley bot. And then the Meteor Sentry gun, it actually gives you the option to use the bot or the gun from the core set, or you can use the one from the expansion. Now this one is actually has the capability of killing the Juggernaut Abomination, which you cannot use with concentrated fire. So I really like this one, so I'm going to use it. Also, it can shoot through walls. So if you see right here, we're going to put it here. If something spawns over here that's bad, I can actually shoot through this wall and kill it. So that is a plus. So we're going to start right here, and then let's get to our objectives here at the top. We have to accomplish the objectives in this order to win the game. So first off, we have to take all objectives, so all of these red objective markers, and then we have to kill them all, reach the exit with all survivors. Any survivor may escape through this zone at the end of their turn as long as there's no Xenos in it. Our special rules for the mission are going to be set up. Each survivor starts with an equipped oxygen tank. So normally when you're in outer space, you need an oxygen tank to breathe. So say most of these missions, you're going to be starting indoors, and if you need to go outside, you actually have to get to an O2 room and then grab an oxygen tank there, and then you have the ability to go outside. But because we start outside in this mission, we're actually going to have oxygen tanks to start with. So that is part of the special rules. And then making marks. Each objective gives 5 experience points to the survivors who take it, and each red objective marker on tiles 1R and 2R provides a random prototype weapon. And then over here you can see 1R, 2R. So these are actually going to be the tiles down here, and then the objective markers in the blue, those are going to be the ones that give you the prototype weapon and 5 experience. So that's how that works. Okay, over here we have our characters, and I'll start out with showing you some of them. So over here I have Magnus. He's from the core set, and his special ability is starting out with 6 points of armor. So he is a tank. He can take a lot of damage. Over here we have Gene, and he is from the Black Ops expansion. So that is what this little symbol up here is going to mean. Now each Black Ops expansion soldier, they're all soldiers, so each one of those soldiers, they actually come with 2 weapons, which makes them a little more versatile and is a cool thing. So they start out with a shot glove and a Blackbird SMG. The Blackbird SMG you cannot dual wield. It actually gives you 1 extra dice to your attack. And then the shot glove can do 2 damage, 4 or higher. And then Gene's Born Leader skill, that is actually gives him the ability during his turn to give anybody else on the board a free action. So that's how that works. And then obviously each one of these guys have the oxygen tank. Like I said, normally they wouldn't start out with that, but because of the rules and how they stated it, they're going to get that oxygen tank. All right, here we have another Black Ops soldier. And as you can see, there's the symbol right there. That's what that means. And they get the same weapons. And then Solomon actually starts with the +1 melee die. So any melee attack that he uses is going to have an extra die to it. So if he rolled this, or if he used this attack, he would get 2 dice instead of 1. Pretty simple. Over here, we have Mitsuki. Her beginning ability is the remote control bot. So right off the bat, she has the ability to use the bot wherever it is, which is just a great starting ability. I wanted to start with her because actually I want to win this. So I use some of the best survivors that they had available, and I gave her the cattle prod. She probably won't be using that too much, but it's still a weapon. It's an energy weapon. You can use it outside, so it is valuable, and it's just what she had to pick from. Okay, over here we have Fiona. She has the 0G run, which actually lets her move 2 spaces for 1 action, which covering a lot of ground is very good in Zombicide. And then she is a Black Ops soldier, so she's going to get the Shot Glove and the Blackbird SMG. All right, and then last but not least, we have Baraka. She has the Lucky skill, which lets her reroll any dice on attacks just once. So if she botches it, she can go ahead and reroll that attack. Very good survivor. She's from the core set, so she doesn't start with the Blackbird SMG and the Shot Glove. So I gave her an SMG, and she will go into battle. All right, so here we go. We have our mission all set up, and then a few things I wanted to point out to you. These objective markers over here. This purple one is actually going to let whoever picks it up control the Meteor Sentry Gun. So this down here. Now, if you're in this space, you can use an action to shoot it wherever you want. It just goes no diagonal shooting in Zombicide, but you can use it if you're in this square, use an action, or if you have that token, you actually get to use it wherever you are at. You have a little special ability. So if somebody's over here, even inside, and something's here, they can use an action to shoot this. And then how the Meteor Sentry Gun works is it actually shoots 1 to 3 zones. So if you shoot something here, it's going to hit something in this zone, and this zone. It hits automatically, and it kills whatever. And it does use targeting priority, but if you're trying to kill a Juggernaut abomination, that is first on the priority. So if there was a Juggernaut here, 2 Xenos up here, and then 2 Xenos up here, if you aimed for this one back here, you would hit the Juggernaut here, kill it, 1 of the Xenos here, and then another 1 of the Xenos here automatically, and whoever shot it would get the experience, of course. So that's how that works. And then you might be noticing there's some different little Salvador Dali-esque spaces here, and these are actually called pods. So these are active mold zones. There's a couple of them on the board already. There's a couple up there. Let me see here. 1, 2... Looks like 2 up there and then 2 down here. So if I draw a mold zone spawn card, I'm going to have to put whatever it tells me to right here and right here. So one of the cool things about this is actually if you get a Juggernaut abomination in here or a bunch of zombies, you can actually shoot this and target it. And if you do 2 points of damage to it, you can actually blow it up and it turns into Hellfire and kills everything in there. But at the same time, you got to watch out because if you do that, you're going to roast this objective marker and you lose the game actually. So once you've grabbed this, you can use this as a weapon and maybe try to funnel or shove or manipulate zombies or Xenos into that. But like I said, don't shoot this while the objective marker is in there because it'll blow up. You actually lose everything, including survivors. If there's a bot in there, that will die also. And you got to be careful because if you lose this objective marker, you lose the game. So don't be an idiot. Okay, so we have our spawn zones here, over here, over here, and then we have 2 objectives over here, 2 objectives over here, 2 objectives over here, 2 objectives over here. We got to grab all those and get to here with every survivor without any one of them dying. So we have to have everybody survive. So that is kind of, we need to do that. That's just what needs to happen. So I am going to actually leave these objective markers just chilling at the moment because I figure if I can get up here while there's no Xenos or anything spawned up here, I can actually grab those objective markers and then make my way back here. I'll have the sentry gun to kind of protect me and I can, get over here, grab these, and then get to the exit. That's just kind of my thinking about it. So that's how I'm going to play the mission. So with my first activation, I'm going to go with Fiona, and I'm going to use her 0G run. So I'm going to use 1 action and go 1, 2, and that's just 1 action. And then with my second action, I'm going to go ahead and search this room. Now, because she's a soldier, she can only search these rooms that are lit up in red. A civilian like Mitsuki can search any one of these rooms that they would like, and then nobody can search out here in space because there's nothing in space. So I took her first action, moved into here with her second action. I'm going to draw an equipment card. And I got the flamethrower, so that is good. I'll go ahead and put that in there. Now, with the flamethrower, I'm going to need a canister to use it, and then I can create Hellfire in a zone, 1 to 2 spaces, and then I don't think I can use it outside, so that's just what that means. So I'll go ahead and I'll put that in Fiona's backpacking area because I can't actually use that now with her. So that was her second action. And then for her third action, I am going to move right into here and just hope that nothing pops out in that spawn zone over there. So with Magnus, I'm actually going to go ahead and pick up the token right here, which allows me to use the bot, and that's going to be his first action. And then Magnus automatically, for picking that up, is going to gain 5 experience. And then this token that I picked up, it actually doesn't use a equipment spot, so it's not a big deal there. So it's not going to take up like a gun spot or anything, but it is with him, and I can trade it if I want to give it to somebody for an action. And then with his second action, I'm going to go boom right in there. And then third one, I'm going to go right into there. Then with Mitsuki, I am going to move the bot 1, and then if they're in the same square, I can do this and just use 1 action, so I can move them both together. That's 2. And then for third action, I'm just going to move right into there. Okay, so Sullivan is going to pick this up. So that will give me the ability to use the sentry gun, which is right down here. So anytime I want to use an action, I can shoot this and kill a Xeno that is in range. So very good, very good. So that was his first action. I get to put this into his little inventory, but it doesn't take up a backpack spot, and it doesn't take up any of his hand spots or equipment. And then for his second action, I'm going to go 2. And then his last action, I'm going to move him right into here. So then I'm going to go ahead and have Gene move 1, 2, and then remember, he's got the Born Leader skill, so I can go ahead and give any one of these people an extra action. And I'm actually going to give Fiona 1 extra action, and I'm going to move her right in here to try and go and pick up this objective marker that's just right off the screen. But let me see here. Yeah, right up there, you can see it. So I'm going for that one. I'm trying to grab it and get out of here. And then last but not least, once again, we have Baraka. So 1, 2, and then I'll actually move Baraka into this little area right here. And hopefully I can pick this up next turn, and hopefully I don't draw any any mold spawns, because like I said, this pod is actually a active spawn zone, so if anything spawns right there, it's going to be right on top of Baraka, but you know, you got to get in there. Okay, so that's it for our survivors. So it's on to the Xenos spawns. So we're going to go ahead and draw a spawn card for each one of the spawn zones that we have. There's one here, there's one here, and there's one right there. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to pick that, then that, then that, and that's the rotation that I'll use each time. So let's go up here at the top and spawn one right there. Okay, so we have mold spawn, 1 tank. So each mold spawn is going to have a tank put into it. So we have one with Baraka over here. We have one down here. Then we have one all the way over here, and then all the way over here. So we drew for that. Now we're going to spawn up there. And we have a hunter mold spawn, so we'll put that right down there. And then each mold spawn is going to get a hunter. So hunters are the fast guys. They have 2 activations, so not good, not good. And then we're going to spawn down here for our last zone. And then we have everybody in the blue still. We haven't leveled up to yellow with anybody. So we're going to do a tank spawn of 2 right down there. So we'll take 2 tanks, put them right into this area, and that is that. Okay, so it's on to the survivors. Move Solomon 1 into here, or actually no, I'm gonna take Gene. Or no, excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take Solomon. I'm gonna move him into here, so that's his first action. And now with his second action, I'm gonna take his shot glove and I'm going to attack. So Solomon has the +1 melee, so that means he's going to get 2 dice. I need a 4 or higher, and the shock glove is going to be doing 2 damage, and it doesn't make any noise. So hopefully I can kill both of these things in here, and yeah, see how it goes. Okay, so I got a 2 and a 3. That is not good enough. With his third action, I'm going to go again, and I got 1. I'm going to take out this tank, and that is going to be it for his turn. And with he killed 2 Xenos, so I'm going to go ahead and give him experience. And he actually goes up into the yellow, so he gets an extra action. And then with his extra action, he only killed 1 Xeno. What am I saying? So he goes up to 6. He doesn't have his extra action yet. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and activate Gene. He has Born Leader, which gives him the ability to give another unit an action. And you know what? I'm actually going to just shoot into here with my Blackbird SMG. So that's 3 dice. And then I got to get 5 or higher. So I got 1 5. That's perfect. That's all I needed. So this hunter goes away. And then Gene gets 1 experience. That was his first action. With his second action, I'm going to move into here. Third action, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this objective token. Gene goes up to 6 experience. And with his third action, I think I am going to just wait. I'm going to forfeit it. And with his Born Leader skill, I'll go ahead and give that to Fiona over here. And with Fiona, I'm going to shoot into there and try to hit one of those tanks. So the tanks have 2 damage, and the Blackbird SMG only does 1 damage, but it does have 3 dice. So if I roll 5 or higher twice, that is actually going to be concentrated fire, and I'll be able to hit that tank and kill it. So I really needed a lucky roll here. And oh, wouldn't you know, okay, I got 2 5s. So that's perfect. That's exactly what I needed. So that tank is going to go bye-bye. And Fiona's going to get 1 experience for that. Okay, so we have moved Solomon. We have moved Jean, whatever. And now let's go ahead and let's move Baraka. Let's move her over here. So her first action. And then with her second action, I'm going to shoot into there and hope to get 2 5 or higher and try to take out one of these tanks. Okay, so I got a 6 and a 4 and a 2, not good enough. With my third action, Baraka has the lucky skill, so I'm going to reroll my second action. And I got a 5 and a 6, awesome. So one of these guys goes down. I can only concentrate fire on one of them. So she gets an experience for that. And then with her third turn, I'm going to go ahead and try to take out that last guy that's just chilling in here. And I got a 4 and a 5 and a 1, so I need 2 5 or higher, not going to work. And that does not work either. And that was my lucky reroll. I can do that for each attack. So these players over here are done. Let's go ahead and move on up to these characters over here. So Mitsuki is going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to use my third action, and I'm going to shoot into that room with the hunter. Gene shot once with his gun over there, I believe. And then the Blackbird SMG was fired twice. So we put down these noise tokens to represent noise. So Xenos follow line of sight and then noise. So if there's any debate as to where they would go, they'll just go to the noisiest area or the person that they can see. So we have the bot with Mitsuki, and I'm going to shoot into that area with the hunter right up there. So the bot is going to go ahead, and it has a range of 1 to 3, and then it gets 4 dice, 4 or higher, and does 2 damage. It's it packs quite the punch. So very good. So 4 dice, 4 or higher, and oh, I rolled really well. So I got 4 successes. I didn't need all that. That hunter is gone. Mitsuki gets an experience, and then Magnus is going to go ahead and that was Mitsuki's third action. Magnus has the, let me show you here. So remember, I picked up that little token. That lets me use the bot. Now, Mitsuki and Magnus can use the bot, but they have to share. They have to be nice to each other. Okay, so for Magnus's first action, he's actually just going to move the bot one space into here. And then with the second action, I'm going to shoot into there. So 4 dice, 4 or higher. And I got 2 4s. So that kills this, and it kills this. It does 2 damage, so I can hit the tank, and then with the extra wound, I can actually hit the hunter. So both of those guys die. Magnus will get the experience for that. He actually goes up to 7, so he's leveled up, and he gets an extra action. Go Magnus. Third action, I'm going to move him here. And with his fourth action, I'm going to move this back because that's a spawn zone. I don't want anything spawning on that. So our last survivor that I'm going to use is going to be Fiona. So I'm going to use 1 space, move into here. Second action, I'm going to go ahead and grab this. So now Fiona goes all the way up to 5 experience, and then she has 1 action left. I'm going to use her 0G run to move 2 spaces, so 1, and then 2. I'm going to move her right into here, and I think that is it for our survivors. So we're going to go ahead and any sort of noise tokens, we'll pick those up, those go away, and then we're going to go ahead and spawn for our Xenos. All right, excuse me, we're going to move. We got some Xenos down here I forgot about. So these guys are going to move towards whoever they can see. So this tank is going to actually move towards Baraka. It has line of sight. Now these guys are going to move towards the most noise. So there's 2 noise tokens over here. Survivors equal noise tokens. So there's 1, 2. But over here, if you can remember, Baraka actually fired her gun twice and she is in there. So 1, 2, 3. So this guy is going to move 2 spaces. The hunter have 2 activations, so he is right up in there. And then the tank is going to move right into here. And now we are going to draw our spawn cards. Okay, so we're going to draw in the same order. Draw right up there. We've got a spoiler abomination. Oh no, so that's the big guy. So he's going to go right up there. And then we're going to spawn right over there. Okay, we got workers, and we are in the yellow, so we got 6 workers. All right, that's a lot of workers. And then I just want to point out also the spoiler abomination. He would actually make a mold token. So if he was indoors, we would slide that under there and that would be an active mold zone. But because he is actually outside in outer space, he cannot make the mold zone. So he just sits there and no mold for Mr. Spoiler. Okay, so we spawned up there. We got 6 workers. Now we're going to go over here and spawn at this zone right there. And that'll be our last one. Then the survivors will get to go. And, oh, we drew another spoiler abomination card. There are a lot of these cards in there. And so it says, all abominations on the board, 1 extra activation. If you have a spoiler abomination, spawn it. If you don't, nothing happens. So we don't have a spoiler abomination. It's already on the board. So it'll just take an activation and move forward towards everybody. So, boonk. And that's how it goes. So not too bad. So that is it for our Xenos, and it's on to our survivors. Okay, so first off, I'm going to take Solomon, and for his first action, I'm going to move into here. Oh, and these are gone. These are from last turn. Forgot to move them. Sorry, guys. So those go away. That should have been done last turn. And with Solomon, I'm going to use his Power Fist. So he has +1 to melee dice. +1 melee to... +1 dice to melee attack, excuse me. So he gets 2 dice. Normally the shot glove just gets 1. Okay, and he needs a 4 or higher for his shot glove. I rolled a 4 and a 6, so that does 2 points of damage, and to 2 creatures in this room, 2 Xenos. So this guy's gonna die, and then the hunter is gonna die also. And then Solomon is actually gonna go up to 8 experience, and he has leveled up. So congratulations, Sullivan. So he gets an extra activation. So he has 4 total, so he has 2 left that he can use. So with his second activation, I am going to shoot into here with his Blackbird SMG, and hopefully I can get something good. So it is 5 or higher, and I get 3 dice. So if I roll 2 of those, 5 or higher, I can kill this guy. And I rolled 1 5 and 2 2s, not going to work. So fourth action, excuse me. So last and final one for Solomon, and I didn't get it. So that is that. And with Jean, I'm going to go ahead and give Baraka, or no, I'll go ahead and give my Born Leader skill right away to Solomon, and I'm going to try to do that one more time, and if I can get 2 5 or higher, that guy's going to go away, which would really help. Oh, I was so close. Okay, so it didn't work. And then with Jean, I'm going to go ahead and go 1, and then 2, and then 3. I'm going to pick up this. So that's a little ballsy. He's on a mold token, and he is by himself, and there is a tank there, but these guys fired 3 times, so we were going to put 3 noise tokens right there. And he gets 5 experience, so he is going to go right up to, let's see here, he's on 6, so math, that'll be 11. And he actually levels up. So I'm going to go ahead and give him an extra action, which I will move out of the mold zone. So now we are on to Baraka, and Baraka is going to take her SMG, which only gets 2 dice, and I'm going to try and to shoot that. So I need 2 5 or higher, and I got a 6 and a 4 for my first action. She has the lucky ability, so I'm going to re-roll that. I got a 6 and a 1, not good enough. Her second action, I'm going to go for it again, and horrible. And I'm going to re-roll that with lucky, and nothing going. So now we're on to her third action. I'm going to try and get 2 5 or higher. Come on, baby. Nope. And then lucky, I'm going to re-roll that. And did I get it? Nope. Okay, so, yep, didn't happen. Not doing it. So that's it for Baraka's turn. We still have that pesky tank right there, but we got both the objective markers. We can hightail it out of there. I don't see any problem with that. The one thing about these guys is they actually do 2 points of damage, so next turn they'll be into this zone right there, and Baraka shot her SMG 3 times, so we're going to go ahead and put that in there. So there's a lot of noise from this in this zone right over here, so that's just how that works. And yep, on to the other survivors. Okay, we got a big old mess up here, and we're going to try to take care of it. I have a plan. With Mitsuki, I'm going to use her bot skill that she starts with, and I'm going to have this bot shoot right into that zone with all those workers. So 4 dice, 4 or higher. Okay, oh wow. I think you guys can see that, but I got 4 successes, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then she gets the experience for that, bringing her up to 5. And then with her second action, I'm gonna try to do it again. I want to clear out this room so then Fiona Apple can 0 G run and get here and start going back towards the exit. So second action for Mitsuki. All right, good. So I got 3 successes, more than enough. I take those away. 2 experience actually brings her up to 7. So that means she gets an extra action. So she has 2 more actions. I'm going to go 1, take her and the bot, and I'm going to move over here into that space. And that's going to be it for her. And then with Fiona, I'm going to use her first action to pick up this. She gets 5 experience. That'll bring her actually from 5 up to 10, so she gets an extra action. And then she's going to use her special skill, 0 G run. So boom, she gets to move 2 actions. That's her second action. She still has 2 more because she leveled up. So 3, and then, yeah, screw it. Let's go right there, 4. So that'll be it for her. And then we have Magnus, and he's going to go 1, and he's going to go 2, and he is actually going to wait right there. We have all these tokens over here. So this guy is going to come towards here, and he just moves into there. He doesn't have an extra activation to attack, so that is that. And then we have the spoiler abomination. The noisiest area is over here, and all the survivors are over here. So he's going to move one step in that direction, and then we are actually going to spawn for each one of our zones. So we're going to start right up there like we always do. And we got a worker spawn. We are in the yellow, so 4. All right, not too bad. Then we're going to spawn for this one right up there. And we got a spoiler abomination, so that just means this big guy activates, moves 1 up. And then for our last zone over here, we're going to draw for that. And we got another spoiler abomination, so it actually is going to move into this area, and then it's going to take this spawn zone, this mold spawn zone, and it's just going to go right like that. And now this is an active spawn zone, so if we draw a mold spawn card, it's going to spawn here and then in our pods that we did earlier. So not good. He made his way all the way up into there. I was hoping he would stand right there and I could shoot him with this turret gun and just kill him instantly and get 5 experience, but that's not going to be the situation, it looks like. So, but we do have Mitsuki's little bot up there that Magnus and Mitsuki can use. So it does 2 damage for each hit. So I just need to roll 2 4 or higher on that, and I can concentrated fire and kill that big guy. So that's not too bad. So okay. All right, so on to our survivors, and let's go ahead and take care of that spoiler abomination. And then also I'd like to just point out that the XN35 crawly bot that we're using does not actually it doesn't make noise when you use its gun for some reason. So it's got a really big kick-ass gun, and it doesn't make a noise. So I don't know exactly about that, but I'm just playing by the rules. That's what it says. So there's that. So to start off with, I'm going to go ahead and activate Mitsuki, and I'm going to use the bot, and I'm going to shoot in here at the spoiler abomination. So it gets 4 dice, and I'm doing a concentrated attack. So I need 2 of these to be 4 or higher, and I can put those damage. That'll be 4. That'll be more than enough to kill this guy. He only takes 3 damage. So, and oh, her first action is not good. I did not get 2 4s, so we'll go ahead and use her second action to reroll that. And I got a 5 and a 6. That is perfect. That is going to go ahead and kill this big ugly guy right here. So that guy goes away. The mold token remains. Mitsuki is going to go ahead and get 5 experience, bringing her up to 12. And she has 2 more actions, so I'm going to go 1, 2. And that is going to be it for her. Then with Magnus, I'm going to go 1, 2, and then 3. I'm going to pick this up with Magnus. Fiona is going to use her 0G run, so 2 spaces for 1 action. That's her first. And then second action, she's going to go 2. Third action, she's going to pick this up, gives her 5 experience. She is up to 15. And then, oh, I forgot. When you pick these up, you get a prototype weapon, a randomly given out one. So Magnus is going to go ahead and pick up the first one because he got one for picking up that. So he got the prototype light machine gun. Very good. Now, I love these weapons, but you require an attached energy cell to use it. So you can use these outside. They don't make noise, which is great, but I never seem to have an energy cell to use these. So that's just kind of something I noticed, which isn't good. But anyway, I'll put it into his backpack, and then Fiona is going to get a random prototype weapon for grabbing this red objective marker over here. So let's see what she gets. Prototype sniper rifle, very cool, but once again, needs the energy cell to use. So we'll put that into Fiona's backpack, and you know what? She has a flamethrower and a prototype sniper rifle, and she can't use either one of them because she doesn't have the required canister or energy cell. So that's that. She has 1 extra activation, I believe, so we'll just move her back out here. And then let's go to our survivors down south. All right, so we got these guys down here, and we need to get them out of there. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take Solomon, and I am going to use his power fist. And oh, that's an extra one that should have been removed. It was hiding from me. So, Power Fist, or excuse me, Shot Glove gets 1 dice. His starting ability is +1 to melee combat dice, so he gets an extra 1. So I need a 4 or higher. And oh my god, I didn't get it. Okay, not good enough. So his second action, I'm going to go for it again. And I didn't get it. Okay, third action, I'm getting a little scared here. Okay, a 5, perfect. So he's going to die. I get 1 experience for Solomon. And then he actually has 1 more activation. I am going to move up here. And the reason I didn't move here is because there is mold there and I don't want anything popping up on me. So that is that. And then actually I'm going to activate Gene next. I'll go ahead and use his Born Leader skill right off the bat to move Solomon right there. Then I'm going to go 1, 2. And I'm just going to wait in here. I want to keep the group together because you can divvy out damage points a little easier. So if there's 3 damage points that need to be put down for some reason, like if Abomination pops up or something weird, I can go ahead and I could put 2 here and then 1 there and they both survive. Remember, I need everybody to survive. So I'm going to kind of get a group meat shield going and go from there. So, and then Baraka, 1, 2, and I'm going to wait right there. I'm going to keep my survivors and play it safe. All right, so on to Xeno activation. So all 4 of these workers over here are going to move up 1, and they're all moving towards this general direction right there. Now we're going to spawn for each one of these zones, and hopefully we don't get anything too bad. We're looking good. We may get out of here pretty easily. Okay, mold spawn, 2 workers. Okay, so we're going to put 2 workers on each active mold spawn. Not very good, so let me go ahead and get those down. All right, so we have drawn for that card up, or that zone up there. Let's go ahead and draw for this zone right up there. See what we get. And we got a spoiler abomination. Okay, not good. So he is coming back on, and we're gonna go ahead and give him one of those mold zones for him. All right, and then we have 1 more spawn zone right down here. And we got another spoiler abomination. There are a lot of those in the deck. And at least we haven't drawn a Juggernaut card yet, so those guys are a little more difficult to deal with, but not the worst. So he's going to move towards our survivors. The door right here is to go out to there, so he's moving this direction. It wouldn't make sense for him to go out here to that door. So, and then each zone that he goes into indoors, he gets a mold spawn zone onto that, or spawn token, whatever. So that is it for our Xenos, and let's get on to our survivors. Okay, so first up, I'm going to go ahead and activate Gene, and I'm going to use his Born Leader skill, and I am going to give Solomon the ability to attack with his Blackbird SMG. So 3 dice, 5 or higher. So he's going to be shooting into here. I need to clear this out so I can get into there. Okay, so he got 1. So 1 of these guys dies. Solomon is going to get the experience for that. And then Gene will use his first action and use the Blackbird SMG to attack. And he did not get it. No 5 or higher, so he's going to use his second action. And I got a 6. Perfect. So that is all I needed. So that was his second action. He's going to kill this guy. Gene is going to get the experience for that. So with his last 2 activations, I'm going to go 1 and 2. Move right there. And then with Baraka, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then let's zoom this out a little bit, and then 4. I'm going to move her right there. Or wait, no, she is not up to level to the next level, so she only has 3 activations. I almost cheated. I'm so sorry, guys. And then also, Gene shot his gun twice, And he gave his Born Leader to Solomon, so that was 3 times, three noise tokens in this area. And then Solomon's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, because remember there's some objective markers down here, 2 more that we have to grab, and then we are good. We got to get everybody to the exit just right over here, and that is how we win the game. So that is that. All right, so we got everybody moved from that section. Let's go ahead and get Fiona 0G run, so 2 spaces. That's her first action. Second action, third action, and with her fourth, I am going to pick this up. So I'm going to pick that up, and Fiona is going to go ahead and get 5 experience for that. And she actually goes into the orange, so we can go ahead and pick from one of her abilities. So she has a free ranged action, or she can go ahead and get a remote control bot. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the remote control bot. So she is leveling up pretty hardcore there. You can see the experience tracker. She's into the orange. You got all these baller weapons that she can't use back here, the flamethrower and the prototype sniper rifle. So let's go back. She is out of activations, and then we have one more token right there at the bottom, as you can see. So we need to grab this guy right there, get all the way up there, and that will be everything we need to do. So Mitsuki is going to... I'm actually going to wait with Mitsuki, and I'm going to wait right up there because we still have Jean up there, and I want to make sure that there's enough people in this area that we can get protected, and then it's just 1, 2, 3 spaces if nobody's in that tile to get here, and then we can grab that last objective marker, which is right down there, and get out of here and win the mission. Perfect. Okay. And let's see here. Magnus is going to go 1. Magnus is just going to wait there. We're going to have a little meat shield here. So there's 10 hits essentially. 6 for Magnus. He's kind of the tank. 9, 12, and then the bot actually counts as 1, so that's 13. So there's 13 hits there. The bot can die. I will still win the mission if the bot dies, but you know, it does so much work. I'd like to bring it with me. So, all right, and that is it for our survivors activation. We're going to go ahead and clear up any noise tokens, and then we are going to activate all of our Xenos. So 1 activation for the workers. They're going to move towards the survivors. This abomination is going to activate and move right there. All of these workers are going to move 1, 1, 1. And that is it for the movement of the Xenos. So let's go ahead and draw for our spawn zone. So we're going to spawn 1 card up here. And we got a spoiler abomination. So this guy moves up 1. Then we're going to spawn for that zone back there. And we got hunters, and actually we are in the orange, so good God. We're going to spawn 6 of them. All right, so we got a lot of guys up there in the north. Looks like 4 workers, 6 hunters, not good. We have 1 more spawn zone right down here. And we have 6 hunters again, okay. All right, so we got these guys spawned. We are almost out of hunters. When you run out of Xenos in Zombicide Invaders, it is not good. You actually, I think you have to spawn a abomination of the, if you don't have an abomination onto the board and you have one just sitting over here like I do with the Juggernaut, we'd have to put him on the board automatically. So you want to keep your Xenos down and you want to keep them dead and off the board, because if you run out, it's not good. It's not like, oh, I don't have any more to place on there. It's a spawn something horrible or activate them. So you want to keep them under control, but I think we have it. I think we are going to win. We don't have any Xenos in our area. So I'm going to go ahead and activate Fiona first. So Fiona's going to go 1, 2, and she's going to activate, or actually, no, excuse me. I think I have a little cheesy cheese that I'm going to use to try to do this. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then with Jean's Born Leader, I'm going to have Fiona move into here. Jean is done moving. Fiona is going to go ahead and for her first action, pick up this. So that's 5 experience points for Fiona. Oh, wow. She is all the way up to 25. She is crushing it. Good job, Fiona. So first action, second action, 0G run, and then third action, she is right in there. Solman is going to take one action, move right into there. Baraka, 1, 2. Mitsuki with the bot, 1, 2, 3. And then Magnus is going to go 1, 2, 3. And then boom, at the end of their turn, each one of these survivors would have jumped off the board because at the end of their turns, they have exited. We've grabbed all of the objective markers. As you can see, it got a little hairy there. We leveled up to orange, so, it's just part of the game, but that is it, Oh my gosh, I won. So happy, so happy. Good times. I have died on a couple of these missions, and I'm trying to do these playthroughs and give you guys a positive outlook, but sometimes you die, but sometimes it's not too bad, and I made it through here, and I didn't even have to use the Meteor Sentry gun to zap any Juggernauts or Abominations. We only did kill one, so that wasn't too bad. So I thought my tactics were pretty good. I had such a good time playing this. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you have any questions or comments, just leave it down below. And if you want to see more material like this, I'm probably going to be doing the next mission for Black Ops here soon. Hit the subscribe button so you can know when that comes out. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.